If some part of you wants to lose weight this summer or just feel strong and good in your body again, but a louder part keeps saying, you're not ready, you missed your chance, you'll start in the fall, then I need you to hear this episode because I'm about to make the case that summer, right now, even though you don't feel ready, is actually the very best time you'll get all year to start. And by the end of this, I think you're going to believe it too. Welcome to the Biking Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Stacy Smith, and I lost 50 pounds riding my bike by focusing on what my body can do. Now, I teach other women how to do the same. I am obsessed with completely flipping the script on weight loss so that we can work out to feel good and feel strong. If you are ready to stop dieting, learn how to appreciate your body, and have fun riding your bike, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello, my wonderful friend. Welcome back to the podcast. And if you're just joining us for the very first time, a special warm welcome to you. Welcome to the Biking Wellness community. I am so incredibly glad that you found us and that you're here. And just really quick before we dive in, because I never want you to miss this, if anything today makes you feel like you'd like some help actually doing this thing, losing weight, I would love to be in your corner. I do one-on-one coaching, and the easiest way to start is to just send me the word interested, either as a DM on Instagram at Sassy Cycling, that's SASCY Cycling, or in an email to stacy@sassy.com. No pressure, just a conversation. Okay, now let's get into this episode because I am so excited to talk to you about this today. So the only thing standing between you and this summer is this thought that you are not ready. So let's talk about you and that thing you've been wanting to do. Maybe it's losing some weight. Maybe it's just feeling good in your summer clothes or having the energy to keep up with your people, your family, or to stop dreading every single photo. And maybe every time you think about actually starting, your brain hands you the same line. No, not yet. You're not ready. You don't have a plan. Summer's already going. You might as well just wait it out. What's the point now? Better to wait for fall, January, or some better moment to lose weight that feels more like a fresh start. I just want you to really notice this voice because this voice is the entire problem. It's not your body. It's not the calendar. It's not the time of the year. It's not your busy life. It's this thought that you have to be ready first. And that thought is the only thing that is actually keeping you from starting. And I know that voice really is just so strong. And I know that voice myself so well because I heard it loud and clear this past Saturday. I did a 25-mile charity ride that honestly I had not trained for. I had barely ridden more than 5 or 10 miles at a time all winter long. Maybe was riding once or twice a week on the Peloton. So my brain started to tell me all the same things that it tells you. It started to say, oh, you're not ready. You'll be slow. Just, maybe this isn't the best idea. But I went anyway. I was slower than I wanted to be, sure. My legs were not so happy with me by the end. My bum in particular was totally finished. And I did, though, finish all 25 miles. And it was one of my favorite days in months. The only thing that was ever going to stop me was deciding to not even show up. That was what was keeping me from moving forward, but I wasn't going to let that happen. And I know that is the exact same thing for you. So I want you to just be really honest with yourself for a second. Is the reason that you haven't started that you genuinely just can't right now? Or is it that you don't feel ready? Because those are two completely different things. Not ready almost never means that you can't do it. It just means you might start slower or messier or less sure than you would like. And none of that is a reason to give up your whole summer and to give up any potential progress. You don't have to feel perfectly ready to start. There is nothing wrong with you for not feeling ready. It happens to all of us. You just have to be willing to begin exactly where you are right now. And beginning is the whole thing. That is what is going to move you forward. So if you are willing to begin, the next question is, where do you start? And this is where summer becomes your biggest advantage. Instead of thinking oh my gosh, I've already missed out. We're already in the middle of it. No. We're not doing that. Here's what I want you to think about and start now instead of waiting. Summer is genuinely the easiest time of the whole year to do this. You have, first of all, more daylight. So you have more time to move your body. You have more time just in general to plan and to think about what you're going to be eating. So there's actually time to, move your body after work. There's more time to prep your meals during the day. You have more reasons to be outside. A walk after dinner sounds really nice instead of feeling like, oh my gosh, I have to put on like all of these winter clothes. Fresh, lighter food is everywhere during the summer, and it actually sounds good and you actually want it right now. Compare that to January when it's cold outside and it's dark and you are freezing and you just want all of the comfort food. Right now, the weather conditions, my friend, are on your side. So summer isn't like, it's not over. It's just beginning. And it is this open door to moving forward. And let me be super clear. You do not need a complicated plan to make progress this summer. You don't have to have the perfect workout schedule or the perfect meal plan. In fact, please do not try to overhaul your whole life at once. The one thing that I want you to start with this summer is movement and moving your body. Just move your body in a way that feels good to you, because movement is the thing that will unlock everything else. When you start moving, the rest of it all just starts to fall into place on its own. You're going to want to eat healthier. You're going to want to eat in a way that makes you feel good, not because like some diet or some plan or somebody else told you to, but because you don't want to feel sluggish doing the things that you enjoy. You'll drink your water because you're like, yeah, I like to feel hydrated when I'm moving my body. You're going to sleep better because it helps you feel good to be well rested in order to move. Also, moving and exercising gets your body in a better place to be able to fall asleep. You'll end up doing all the things that people do to lose weight, except you'll be doing them because they make you feel better, because you want to, because it's fun, not because someone else told you that this is the rule and you have to do it. This is exactly how it happened for me. I didn't start with dieting. I started by moving my body, and then everything else followed. Then I had that moment when I was standing in front of the mirror and I was looking at myself and I was saying, you are so strong right now. You are moving your body so much right now. Let's do something about the rest of it, because I want you to feel as good in your body every day as you want to be. I just had that kind of little talk with myself. And there's another thing that I want you to kind of think about, and this really matters. And I want you to listen. And if you're multitasking, come back to me. But you really need to have one priority. Pick the thing that is most important to you right now. Because when you try to do weight loss and movement 100% all the time, and sleep and water all at the same time, all in the same week, you're going to get overwhelmed and you are going to quit. And that I'm not ready. I wasn't ready for this. I don't even know why I bothered trying voice is going to get so much louder. So let's just not do that to yourself. Make movement your one thing that you're going to do this summer, or make weight loss that one thing that you're going to focus on this summer, and protect that and let everything else follow from there. So depending on what your priority is, when push comes to shove, when you can only do one thing, make sure that that one thing is lining up with the summer. So I want you to just take a little bit of a step back for a minute here and picture two versions of yourself and of you and of your summer. In one version, you keep waiting to feel ready. You keep feeling like you're not making progress. And you spend the whole summer feeling a little behind, a little uncomfortable in your body and your clothes, telling yourself you'll get back to it in the fall. In the other version, you start this week. You start today. You start exactly as you are. You move a little. You start feeling a little stronger, a little more like yourself. You do one small thing today that makes today a little bit better than yesterday. And by the end of the summer, you are not the person who waited. You are the woman who showed up for herself, who moved forward, and who started making progress today. Summer is completely available to you this summer, this version. And it can start with something simple as, I am going to go for a short walk around the neighborhood. I'm going to walk down to the mailbox and get my mail. That's all that it takes. Summer is the best time to lose weight. not because you're magically ready all of a sudden, but because everything about this season just makes it easier to start. You don't need everything to be perfect. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a place to start. You need one starting point. Make it that small little bit of movement. Make it a priority, and then everything else will follow. Or, maybe you make it a food choice, and maybe you say, I don't need to have this massive bowl of ice cream every single night. Maybe I have, 1 scoop of ice cream every night. Or maybe I don't have ice cream every single night. It can be something that simple. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're doing something for yourself. And I am right here. I'm right in this with you. I'm actually leaning into my own health this summer too. And we're going to be doing this together. So stick around, stay close, keep listening to the podcast because I have a lot more coming for you on exactly how to do this. So if you take one thing from today, let it be this. You do not need to be ready, and you did not miss your chance, and you do not need to do this perfectly. Summer is right here. It is on your side. It is ready for you, and you get to start now exactly as you are. Pick one thing that you are going to do as your priority this summer and take that first small step this week, and then everything else will follow. This summer can be the summer where you actually grabbed it and took hold of it and did something and showed up for yourself. And if you want someone in your corner helping you to actually do this, instead of trying to white knuckle it all by yourself all over again, let's talk. Send me the word interested. Just DM me the word interested on Instagram or, email it to stacy@sassy.com. There's no pressure. I just would love to help you. And it's truly just a conversation about what this could look like for you this summer. And if this episode meant something to you, would you please just take a couple seconds to follow or subscribe wherever you are listening? It genuinely helps this little show reach more women who are just like you and me and need to hear that it is not too late and need to hear that we can move forward together. And if you know someone who has been waiting to feel ready before she starts, please send her this episode. She may really need to hear it today. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. Thank you for joining me for another episode. I am right here. I am with you, and I am cheering for you every single step of the way. Talk soon.